Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrienne, and today we are recording the most exciting video for October. So I've been doing some themed reading vlogs. We did haunted houses, witches, and now I'm going to be doing horror. So for this video, I'm going to be creating a horror TBR jar of a bunch of horror books from my physical TBR, and then a few that I have audiobooks checked out from the library. And we're just gonna draw to see what we're gonna read. I'm super excited. This is my first TBR jar. So here are all of the books that I've put in. If you watched my last video, I had to pencil in Slewfoot because I didn't get to finish it. But I'm gonna cut this up, put it in my jar, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna draw out my first book. Okay, so I also need to tell you I'm using a brand new camera that I've never used before and just opened like 20 minutes ago. I don't know how to use it, so if I look funny, this is the only one I could figure out that put me in focus, even though the screen looks strange to me. But we're just doing what we can here. So the couple of rules that I have are I'm allowed to DNF stuff. Okay, I can't remember my other rule, but let's just pick one. Is it in the screen? I don't know how to work this camera. It's Daphne by Josh Malerman. It only wants to focus on my face. Maybe if you can look at it back here. So it says audio because I do have the audiobook checked out. I'm also going to have the physical copy, but it's on its way to my house right now. So that's gonna be my first read, and I'm very excited. I'm already a third of the way through Daphne, so I thought I should update you. We're following our main character, Kit, who's on her high school basketball team. And one night at a sleepover, one of the girls tells a story about Daphne, who's a ghost that if you think about her too much, she will come kill you. So, of course, Daphne's on the mind. Kit is dealing with that, but also dealing with anxiety. It parallels, anxiety, panic attacks, trying not to think about it can sometimes cause it. But so far I'm enjoying it. It reminds me of Stephen Graham Jones, the way that Kit is so in her head and the way that she is trying to figure stuff out, or she'll like ask a question before she shoots a basket and she believes the answer whether or not she makes it, if the answer is yes or no. And just the way she's thinking about Daphne, it feels like Stephen Graham Jones, how I've read a couple of books by him where his characters are so in their head and they seem crazy, like to go down these long rabbit holes. But one of the books I read by him, the character was right. Another one, they were loony. So it's kind of reminding me of his characters, but then a bit of My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix, just the way that there's a horror element going on, but we're also looking at relationships, friendships, home lives. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. I still haven't gotten to the point where I know for sure that Daphne is real and is really the murderer. We do have a dead body so far, but I have no proof that Daphne's real. I'm guessing because of the title and cover that Daphne's real, but you never know. Off to dinner.
I actually, because I don't know all the characters.
Hello. Today is my actual birthday, but I have to leave super early tomorrow morning to go to Oklahoma, so I'm going to spend most of the day packing, cleaning, getting some stuff done. I have about 5 hours before dinner. I have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to work on my laundry, watering the plants, all that stuff. I still don't know how to use my camera, but I'm almost ready to go to birthday dinner number 2, and I'm almost done packing. So that means I got a lot of the Daphne audiobook to listen to today, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It is confirmed that Daphne is a real thing, which I assume she was, but she's running around killing the kids on the basketball team. And it's interesting to see the town dynamic because some of them kind of know about Daphne, but they don't really think about it, and I don't know, it's like an urban legend in town or whatever. I am enjoying it, and I'm also enjoying there's chat of, you know, the anxiety and trauma, and, you know, the whole Daphne story parallels that. But yeah, so far so good. I'm almost done with it, and now I'm off to dinner. Can you put your phone down? Okay, I just got back from dinner and I finished Daphne on the way home. And I think I'm giving it 4 stars. I really liked it. I liked how it ended. And I love, you know, the messaging about it and the perspective of the town being aware of Daphne and what it was doing to the people there. So, anyways, I realized that, so I have to finish packing tonight, which means I can't bring all 20 reading options with me. So I need to draw now. I'm gonna show you the first one that I'm gonna read next, but then the rest you'll have to wait to see until it's time to read them. So I'll draw now and show you as it's time to pick up my next book. So up next. Ooh. Now I still don't know how to use this camera to focus on this piece of paper, but it's The Clown Brigade. The Clown Brigade by, I think it's by Stephen Graham Jones. This is an audiobook. I don't own it physically. I don't think it exists physically.
With your seatbelt securely fastened in case we experience unexpected rough air.
All right, next read. Ooh, Sundial by Katrina Ward. Welcome to Oklahoma City. I wanted to show you my hotel room, but it's nighttime and it looks kind of spooky. Here's my TBR. I won't spoil the surprise for you. But I unpacked all my stuff, so I moved in. I have a really nice view that I'll have to show you when it's daylight out, but I went through day 1 of training the office and it went very well. I'm happy with how it's going, but I need to update you on my reading. So I finished The Clown Brigade by Stephen Graham Jones. It was super short. It was a script. Look, I do have hair. I don't know why it's up there. But Stephen Graham Jones, it's a Scribd exclusive, which I didn't know was a thing. It's about this man who is going to visit a girl that he met online, and he's an absolute creep. And the reason why I don't ride elevators with strange men and I don't open my apartment door if someone is standing in my hallway. That was creepy, but kind of entertaining. And now you need to know what my next read is. So I started reading Sundial last night, and I don't really know what the synopsis is, but right now we're following this married couple who is not in a good place. So the husband is cheating on his wife, or at least she thinks he is, and he's been horribly abusive in the past. She has 2 children and one of them is kind of creepy. So I'm not sure where this is going. It feels a bit thrillery right now, but I do know that Sundial is the name of, I think, her hometown. The main character, her name is Rob, and her husband's name is Irving, and she's pretty sure that he's cheating on her with her next door neighbor. And I know they went on a trip with their neighbor to the town of Sundial before, so we'll see what happens. There's just some weird stuff going on, but from reading The Last House on Needless Street, which is also by Katrina Ward, I know that sometimes the synopsis isn't really describing what you're reading anyways, so I'm intrigued to see what this book is really about. And hopefully not get scared, because I'll be in my room all alone, and that's spooky enough. Good morning. It's actually Thursday already, and I haven't been talking to you. And turns out training this office is just exhausting. And I've also went out to dinner with work people 2 of the night, so I haven't been doing anything fun, and I just feel a little disappointed because I'm in Oklahoma City, but I have not seen Oklahoma City yet. I'm gonna come up with a game plan of what to do whenever I get off work, but I need to check out a bookstore, check out somewhere cute. Why does my voice sound like that? So that's the plan. But I am halfway through Sundial. It's weird So Rob, our main character, who's the mom, so one of her children did something pretty scary. So Sundial's actually the house or property that she grew up in with her parents, and that's where she's taking her to deal with this. It's like, I don't know if you're here to talk to her, I don't know if you're here to like show her some ghosts, I don't know if you're here to kill her. I'm not sure. But now we're getting a lot of Rob's past and her childhood with her sister. And her parents are like these weird scientists. And they had this dog farm with, I don't know, dogs with like microchips in their brain. I don't know. I'll keep reading that. It's weird. Obviously, I'm not reading as much as I planned to, but I still think I can make this work. So yeah, that's that. I've just been working and sleeping, laying in bed at 9 p.m. just exhausted. Anyways, happy Thursday. All right, next read is Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. That's the one that's like an IKEA catalog. Actually, I'll just show you. But scary. Hello, I'm back home with the children. I think I forgot how exhausting my job is. I'm a trainer, if you don't know. I go out for my company and I transition offices to the software program that we use and teach everyone how to use it. Managers, office folks, schedulers, technicians. And it sucks all the energy out of my introvert heart as I talk nonstop for a week. So sometimes I do week-long ones with our current offices that just need to convert over to the system, and sometimes I do longer ones when we acquire a new company. Do you care? Probably not, but the week-long ones can be intense. Actually, they're all intense. And it was exhausting. So I didn't get much done. I didn't talk to you very much, but I did finish Sundial, which I did not enjoy very much. It's so weird. And the last house on Needless Street was also weird. But then there's a weird twist that kind of made it pay off. This one was just so bizarre. Trigger warnings for everything. Human abuse, domestic violence, child abuse, animal abuse, and also just being weird. And also for having a couple of characters that were scientists, like highly educated scientists, but the science made no sense. And I was left confused, and it was just dark and gross and weird. So didn't love that. But then on my flight home, I did start Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, which I'm gonna continue with. So I got home, I left the airport at like 1 a.m. Went to sleep super late, but then didn't wake up until 1 p.m. Well, actually I woke up, but I kept falling back to sleep like a freaking baby. So I caught up a bit on sleep, and now I just want to relax and hang out and get some reading done. So this is modeled after like an IKEA catalog, and it's a scary story set in not IKEA, a place called Orsk, but it's so IKEA. And we're following this girl named Amy who works there. She does not like her manager. She thinks she's gonna get fired, but she's trying to transfer to a different branch. They're set in Ohio. And then her boss calls her in for a special assignment. So they've been coming into the store opening, and there's always like vandalism and weird stuff going on. And recently some bodily stuff on a piece of furniture. So he is gonna pay her double overtime and this other person to come into the store overnight and find out what's going on. So that's where I'm at now. I'm not sure if I'm expecting this to be a slasher or we're looking for ghosties. So I'm intrigued to see what's gonna happen here. But I did want to show you, I did buy a couple books. I went to Half Price Books, and I did find a cool horror book, which I wish I would have had this for the TBR jar. But this is A Special Place, The Heart of a Dark Matter by Peter Straub, which you know I always pick up a Peter Straub when I'm at a used bookstore. I've literally read one Peter Straub book, but I just know I'll read more. And I have to read more because I didn't get to in the horror TBR video. But I'm going to read at least this one soon, and definitely another one. Because I think I'm going to continue Spooky Time in November a little bit. But anyways, I also found something, oh my gosh, whoa. I also found 17th Suspect by James Patterson and Maxine Petro for $3, which is a great deal. Because I actually, yes, I do read James Patterson, and I keep up with the Women's Murder Club series. Don't judge me. I usually listen to the audiobooks for these. They're kind of insufferable and they're not very good, but I keep on listening to them when they come out. I am caught up on book 23, if you're wondering. But, okay, I got 2 stickers off just to reveal another sticker. But I have all the books up here. And I noticed probably a year ago that I somehow am missing book number 17. And since then, I've been keeping an eye out for it, and I never see it, which is weird. So anyways, I got it for $3, and now I can put it into its proper place. So yeah, I just went on hanging, being lazy, trying to stay awake because somehow I'm still tired, and reading Horror Store. Do you know I still haven't figured out how to use my new camera? Like, if this is as zoomed up as it looks, this isn't gonna be good. Hopefully this video makes it to you. But I finished Horror Store. My day in the life of a vegetable really paid off because I got a good amount of reading done. What to say? So, my history with Grady Hendrix. I've read My Best Friend's Exorcism and How to Sell a Haunted House. So, why am I out of breath? Is this filtered? I can't tell if I have a filter on. I'm sorry. Anyways, the great thing about Grady Hendrix books are when there's horror going on, we still have a big focus on relationships, other things in the world outside of the horror. It just also happens to be a horror thing going on. And this one wasn't quite like that. So I don't know if this is Grady Hendrix's first book. It's the first one I ever heard about from him. We're following this group of employees in pretend IKEA. And there's so much discussion about, you know, big bad corporation and capitalism is bad. And I'm sorry, I'm saying that sarcastically, but I agree with that. I don't know why I was saying it like that. But I don't know, the way it reads is kind of like on the nose, and also one of the reviews said it seems like Grady Hendrix walked out of an IKEA and was like, wow, that place feels like a prison. I'm gonna write this book, which is perfectly fine. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was still a good time, but it was just, I don't know, it was silly and had some substance, but just not what I'm used to from him. It was an earlier book of his. So we have our characters. We have some that are, we have a couple that are here like looking for vandals. And then we have a couple characters who are on a ghost hunt. And we end up having a seance, we end up losing power. The story's kind of distorted. I don't know if it's inspired by House of Leaves at all. I haven't read House of Leaves, but I got House of Leaves vibes, if that makes sense. And it was kind of fun, but just, I don't know, incomplete. And I did like the gimmickiness. So each chapter starts off with a product and some information about it. But as the book goes on, the information section on the pieces gets like sinister and weird. So that was kind of cool. It's like cute, gimmicky, silly, but just not Grady Hendrix's best work is all I'm saying. Hello, it's me from the future editing this video, and I realized I never ended off the video. I went on vacation or on a work trip and didn't get a chance to finish. And then I came home to an absolutely rotten, disgusting pumpkin. Also, it was weird how many times I talked about my birthday without actually telling you it was going to be my birthday. And for that, I apologize. I don't know why I said it so many times. And I didn't know how to go back and fix it or edit it out because it was in the middle of some sentences. So, Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Sorry it's so late because it was supposed to come out on Halloween. That was my plan. But you know what? We're all still learning and growing and figuring out how to post consistently on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope I get to read more horror soon. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.